Hi guys, video 2 is going to be some exercise. So you've done the mobilization stuff and understanding the ankles, hips and thoracic. You're going to do those before you do your workout so that you can get used to getting those freed up. First thing we're going to do is a squat. Really simple. It's what you do when you sit down every time, but we're going to do it with a little bit more load. The reason we're doing a squat is because it's a really simple, easy, functional, multi-joint exercise. Now the key thing to this is that you do it with some load. So your body is used to using its own load, its own body weight every day. You're not going to change anything about your body if you don't give it a little bit more of a stimulus. So I've got a kettlebell, you could use a dumbbell, you could use anything that weighs a little bit more, even 2 water containers, anything that is going to give you a little bit of load. So I've got this kettlebell here and I'm just going to hold it in front of me. I'm going to keep my weight in my heels. I'm going to sit as if I'm going to sit down, come down as low as you comfortably can. I've got the bench here, so you could do the same with a chair or a bed or something at home, and then back up again. So what you're going to do is repeat that. Now you want to make sure that you keep your core engaged, so a little bit of tension through here as you come down to the bench or whatever it is behind you, push back up. Keep your weight in your heels, squeeze your backside to push yourself back up, and repeat. I'm going to get you to do that at least 3 times 10 to 12 repetitions. Okay, next exercise is upper body. Okay guys, the second one is a back exercise. Now you can do this at home without this sort of equipment. You could do it with a piece of rope or anything that you can anchor something to. So throw a piece of rope around a tree, throw a piece of rope around the top of a door frame or a piece of equipment, and away you go. So you're going to lean back, you're going to keep those shoulders down, you're going to keep your hips up so your body stays straight, and you're just pulling yourself up to wherever that thing that you're pulling on is attached. Piece of rope's useful. This is the slightly more advanced version because it's got handles, but you can still achieve the same thing. So you're going to do the same number of reps that I got you to do for the squats. You're going to do at least 10 to 12, and you're going to do about 3 lots of those. So do 10 to 12, have a break, and repeat 2 more times till you've done 3 sets. That's working your back muscles, and obviously again, we're using more than one joint, just like we did with the squats. So you're going to get more bang for buck out of that exercise by moving more muscle through more joints. Number 3, so we're going to work the front of the body now. We've done the legs, we've done the back with the row, and now we're doing a press. So we're working the chest muscles, the shoulders, and the backs of the arms. So I'm going to get you to do the same again. So you're going to do 10 to 12 times, and you're going to do that 3 in a row. This is the press. I've got a bar, but I've got it at the height of a countertop or the back of a couch. So again, you don't need equipment, you just need something at that same height. Set yourself up down here, so you want to make sure that it's not moving, and you want to make sure that as you come into the bar, so your elbow bending in, as you come into the bar, your chest is in line with the edge that you're moving towards. So my chest is just in line with that bar as I come in, and then I push back out again. Now if that's too difficult, you can spot yourself, you can throw a leg in here. So I've got 1 leg in, 1 leg out. And I'm doing the same thing, but if I need it, I can do a little bit of a push with that leg if my body weight's too heavy to move myself. The key thing with position here is making sure your shoulders stay down and making sure your hips and shoulders move together. So my body pivots on the balls of my feet and then back up again. So my hips and shoulders are always moving together, they're not moving independently. Give that one a go. To our last one. Okay guys, 4th exercise. This is a little bit of work for those abdominals, those deep abdominal muscles that are going to help support and stabilize your back. You could actually do this at the beginning of the session rather than at the end. It doesn't have to be in the order I've recorded it. And this is called a dead bug. So what you're going to do is start flat, make sure your head's on the ground so you're not straining those neck muscles. You're going to lift your legs and your arms up together. If you have a Swiss ball, you could trap a Swiss ball here. If you don't have a Swiss ball, you could use a football. If you don't have a football, pretend. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to pretend, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my left leg and my right arm away from my body so that I'm pointing fingers, pointing toes, my foot's hovering off the ground, it's not touching. I bring them back, and then I do the same on the other side. Left arm, right leg, bring them back. Now if that's too difficult to carry the weight of your leg that far away from your body, do it with a bent knee. So instead of straight leg, you'd go bent leg, like so. Okay, and as you get stronger, you get the leg further away from the body. The key with this one is to keep your back in the same position. If you start to feel your lower back while you're doing it, have a break, stop, and then reset. So I'm not going to tell you how many to do this time. It's not necessarily 3 lots of 10 or 12. For this one, just do as many as you comfortably can with your back staying in the same position, and then each time you come back to it, because I want you to do this 3 times in the week, you may be able to extend it out a little bit further. So if you did 4 this time, try for 5 or 6. The second time, if you did 5 or 6, try for 7 or 8, and so on. So you get the idea. So we're just building the endurance of these deep abdominal muscles. So that's your workout. Give it a go, and we'll see you next week.